Hey everyone, I thought I would come on here early and give you what I've received in the past couple of weeks. I will begin with a vision of planets and moons that I received, I would say roughly 3 days ago. So it starts out with a blood red moon. Then so as that moon is moving forward, I see planets behind it, but only the outline of planets. And then another red moon, the outline of planets, and another red moon. I believe I saw at least 3 red moons, or blood moons, whatever you want to call them. They did look like the blood moons that we've seen as of late. Now, the outline of the planets to me, it indicates perhaps the planets have been tampered with, or the motion of the planets, or something. Also, within this same vision, the Lord showed me a diamond-shaped pattern, and again, diamond-shaped, or like this. I don't know if I'm getting the word out right, which is not uncommon for me, so hang in there. And then within that diamond-shaped pattern was a mesh-looking structure. So that told me that there's something there that perhaps is artificial. Now, let me make sure I gave you everything here. As you guys recall, about a year ago, I also had a vision of several planets, red. I called them red planets. Perhaps they were moons. Regardless, in that vision, the word I received was, I believe, was planets. These planets were bowed in a bowed structure, and there were a minimum of 6 or 7 of them. And again, I'm going to remind you, one of those planets exploded, and red dust went everywhere. I also want to name drop again, and it is Deep Truth, Deep Impact. That guy confirmed that red dust, and I think he called it nitrous oxide. And I don't remember. I probably shouldn't say that because I don't have the best memory with details like that. So I would encourage you to go to Deep Truth, Deep Impact and listen to some of his videos. They're kind of interesting. Actually, they're very interesting. He also confirmed the vision of that lime green color that I talked to you about. That was the background, and then I saw a bear in the upper left-hand corner of the vision with its mouth open and its teeth showing, which was indicative of Russia. And hence, over time, these last several months, we've seen what has transpired out of Russia, which isn't good. But remember, when they live by that sword, they will die by it. The end of people who conduct missions like that, their end is not good. The end will not be good there for that gentleman. Along those lines, because that's a bit of a political statement, I want to tell you a vision of a yacht that the Lord gave me. The big, beautiful yacht sailing along, older man at the helm. And the older guy was having a good time, but he started to lose it. And all the people on the boat were like in their mid-30s or thereabouts, partying, having fun. The old guy runs the yacht into something, and the yacht is completely destroyed. And then the younger people come running up, and they recognize it's a total loss, complete devastation, but they didn't realize he never should have been the one driving the yacht. So very interesting vision. I'll leave that for you to determine what you think about that one. Now, sadly, did receive another one 2 nights ago, or mornings really. It's typically very early morning that I receive these when it's very quiet. And he showed me JB, and a situation took place, and he was no more. I'll be mindful again of my words and the things that I say, because they are, we can be held accountable for that, and I don't mean any threat, just a vision that I received. He also reminded me of NOCO and a missile. I did receive another falling star vision. I usually say shooting stars. They were falling. And that is indicative of the return of Christ. I believe that Jesus has given me that so much as a message of hope to everyone who watches the video, because we know this is a big deal. Jesus Christ folded the napkin for a reason, right? Okay, I talked to you about the planets in rapid succession. They were moving. I believe that the word cataclysm comes up again because I think those planets are going to collide, but it will not be a natural event. There's some type of artificial something that got put in there. So now for another interesting one that I received. Bear with me here. Make sure I've done everything. Okay. I received the word Golgar, Golgar. Well, I had no idea what that meant, so I looked it up. It was tied into a lot of video games, but there was one image that stood out. It was an image of a circle, and there was a demon, and the demon had a very odd-looking head to it, very ugly, demonic, evil, and I saw arms down by its side and legs and feet. This thing was trying to push through the circle, but there's a film over that demon, and he could not push through the film because he is being restrained by the almighty hand of God himself. When that restrainer, that film, that veil, however you choose to term it, when that is removed, that thing's coming out. I have been given a couple of visions about this in the past, and you can go back and look at the old videos. As you recall, that one about those black looking things floating around like they were above us in a different, almost a different dimension for lack of better terms. And Christ had gone up, and when Jesus had gone up, those things were coming down. It's the same concept with that circle and that demon. The demon's being held back, but when the restrainer is removed, things are not going to go well. Now, two other things, and I will close this video, and I will come back with more because he has given me more. Jesus said in the New Testament that there is one way to the Father, and that is through him. There is one way, and that is through his Son Jesus Christ. There is no other way. There's a buzz going around. Oh, there's more than one way to get to heaven. No, there is not. That's a lie from Satan. Don't let that stuff come into your head, your mind, your heart. It's a lie. Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. He was and is the only begotten Son of God. No man will get to the Father except through him. Okay, also, I want to briefly touch on something else. I had another vision, and it was of an upside down cross, and it was shaking. It was almost as anger. I picked up a little anger there. And then to the right of it, I saw Mel, Gibson. And I thought to myself, well, that was really odd. And I thought, has he made a mockery of Christ? Just throwing it out there. Okay, I think I've given you everything other than the Lord also showed me a gray flash of light. I believe that's indicative of a nuclear bomb. So, as we go through these times, and we are at the precipice of the end of this, we are at midnight. He is your keeper. The Lord is your keeper. He provides. He is our provider. I had to learn that. Someone said that to me. He is your provider. And I thought, what? I do this. I provide. I get it. I'm a hustler. I work. And then all of a sudden, God put me through some big stuff in the last few months to teach me something. And that is, He is the provider. Keep that one in mind, because that's important to us, because as we go through this, folks, it's going to get real interesting. So this has been a longer video than what I usually do. Thank you for actually staying to the end of this. And for those of you, my handful, that have been with me since the beginning and rode through me with the mistakes, thank you. That just tells me who you are. Okay, praise God, everybody. Peace to everyone. Blessings. I'll be back because there is more.